Well, welcome to episode 79. I got to put a little disclaimer in here. I have been struggling with this recording device that I got, this newfangled bullshit recording device, which I think Adam and I even talk about in here. Um, so anyway, in the video, I realized when syncing up the audio that there was chunks of audio missing. Um, and That's not the first time that's happened. It's like the fourth time it's happened. I thought I fixed it last time by updating the firmware in this recording device, but sorry, the kids are screaming, making sure no one's dying. But that didn't fix it. And so then I reached out to customer service at Zoom, and they said that the card may be bad, which again, fuck off with all this newfangled bullshit. Like, should be you should be able to fucking record without. I don't know. I'm bitching, but nonetheless, the cord was bad or the card was bad. So it ran a test on the card. The card was bad. And so at some point in the recording of the last 4 episodes, I think little chunks of audio don't get recorded. And so I apologize. The following video of Uncle Adam and I, episode 79, One Strap and Cockeyed, is not the full episode. I only have the audio and full episode. It's most of it. There's maybe tens of seconds that are missing over the 2-hour podcast. But anyway, I just figured I'd let you all know that I'm working on it, and I think I got a good card in there now, but we shall see. So anyway, hope you enjoy. Should be good now, all the way around.
Are you ready? Are you ready
Are you ready?
to rumble?
Is that the gay version of Corn?
Oh, yes.
Are you ready? It's like a boy band version of Corn.
I don't know if you're recording any of this. We need to not
We're
talk about it.
recording
I just how do you feel about the terrain or like the way music's going right now?
There is some music today that I'm super excited about. Some of it. Mm-hmm. But for the majority, are we talking about heavy music?
I mean, I feel that we are swinging into like heavy shit again.
Oh, okay. So some of the heavy shit is getting super heavy again, which I really like. But there are also some heavy bands that I don't think have made the pendulum swing back yet. So I think they're still on their swing out to radio popularity, trying to get more listens and clicks and downloads on different platforms. And then I think once they're there, I do think the pendulum will swing back to heavy. Like, I'm sure you're talking about Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, I mean but even like the Chiodos, I didn't listen to them before. I
don't listen to them either.
But I know Lefevre is a fan.
He is a big fan of the
and they just released this song out of nowhere. But I mean, it's heavier than what they normally were. I don't know. Either way, I know I'm looking at like there's a shift in like everything seems to be going like let's get a little heavier.
So that new Boundaries album,
yes, Boundaries is one of them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
the whole thing, start to finish, is unbelievable. And there's an aspect of that music that I used to not like, the discombobulation, for lack of a better term. I used to not care for that. I needed more melody. And I started like it's so heavy, and there's still a little bit of
some melody to
there.
like melodic like riffs and stuff that they're doing.
You're right. Some of the bands I think have swung all the way to we need clicks and likes and everything, and I think they've come back to the hard, heavy shit.
Isn't that funny that like it kind of to me goes with everything where you start doing everything for clicks and what the people are like you think that people are wanting on, they're going to follow you on Instagram and share your shit and post your songs.
Yeah.
And then I feel like at one point they were like, fuck it, I want to go back to like fuck this pussy shit.
Yeah.
I want to make something really fucked up.
Do you think it has something to do with
but then it's more popular
from the long time listeners.
I just think that Bring Me the Horizon is a big one where holy cow are they getting noted for like what they just did.
They went so far pop punky that I was like, ugh.
Yes.
Do you think it has anything to do with their contractual obligations with their labels?
Possibly. Which include probably we're going to direct you to feed the clicks.
Yes. And then which in turn translates into ticket sales.
Correct.
Which is all bottom line
but
for
that's
their
but that's
labels.
what you think. That's
Yeah,
what we're led to believe.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the last couple years, we've made a switch to where people stopped caring about that as much.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a thing.
Sure.
And then it's like, okay, maybe this shit doesn't matter like we think it does. And there's this underground eruption waiting to happen. So
I like it.
once they are like, fuck it, then you're like, holy cow, look at what's happening.
I tried to listen to an album yesterday while I was working out. The newest Motionless in White.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
There's half.
Half's good, half's...
Yeah.
To me, I hit like 2 songs in a row where I was like, this is the same song they've ever written.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over and over again.
It very much so.
So I had to turn it off.
But they went a little less, I don't know what the word would be, like silly, like with some of the lyrics. But one of their songs is about the clicks, like, fuck that shit, like, fuck the clicks. It's the one with Corey Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all about, I don't know, doing everything for clicks.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the...
Lick
what the
the
name of
fucking dirt
off my boots
like a good dog. Yeah, I don't know that song. But
Yeah.
they will always do like bangers, and there's more on this album than their last one. More on this album than their last one. But I think it's also that the last album was, how they're very theme. They're very like clown and dance.
Gothic.
Like they pick a theme, and the last one was like cyber. Like where they paint themselves like little robots and shit.
I didn't love that album either.
So once again, like 2 really good songs, and then the rest is trying to feed into this theme.
Yeah.
And I think he's let go of that a little bit.
Okay.
But and just went back to being like goth.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know. I just feel I don't know why we got on this.
What were you listening to on the way over?
A podcast. My life is filled with podcasts.
I thought maybe you were listening to something that made you think of that.
Educational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I've been doing 75 Hard again. So I'm listening to a lot of music, like a lot of music.
Yeah.
And so, but that Boundaries is on repeat, man. I
Which
can't
is
stop
perfect
listening to
for
it.
what you're doing because you need to feed yourself energy.
Yes.
And that's where, to me, I get a lot of energy from. Like when there's days when you're like sad and I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to like sad shit, like slow melodic shit.
Emo.
Yeah. Not even emo. Like,
Bryan Adams.
I don't even know. Like, just slow shit.
The Robin Hood Bryan Adams
Bryan
song.
Adams. And then there's days where I'm like, I need to like get up and like
the jam.
pump up my body and like get
Yeah.
the heart going. And then you switch over to things like Boundaries or Kubla Khan.
Oh, yes.
Texas. And just, it's like, I'm erupting in all ways through the door.
Lauren beat me out in the gym one day. So she was out there first. So she had control of the radio. And she'll listen to podcasts while she's working out.
I can't
I'm
do
like,
that.
what in the hell? And last night she was talking to me about how she gets bored working out. I'm like, it's because the music that you're listening to is too low tempo. Like I cannot listen to slow paced shit while I'm working out. Driving, sure. But working out, I got to have something up tempo to keep me in the rhythm. But I get it, man. What the fuck was I just going to say? Oh, I was
75 Hard.
Huh?
You were on 75 Hard.
Oh,
I don't know if that's
just that I've been
oh.
listening to Boundaries so much. Oh, I just put one of those nicotine pouches in, and I think it had a rip in it, and it was like getting loose in my mouth.
What is it?
Just those nicotine pouches. It's like
Zens.
It's got mint leaves in it. Mint leaf, kudzu root, water, natural and artificial flavors. That's beaver butthole. Vegetable glycerin, cayenne pepper, salt, baking soda, and baker's ammonia. That's
So
nice.
I'm just trying to grasp what was leaking into your
I
mouth.
think the little the mint leaves were getting in there.
So does that have nicotine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get nicotine in some sort of way going on. A pouch probably, or not a pouch, like a patch.
A patch?
We've been looking into that, yeah.
To like wean yourself off of it?
No, it's nicotine in a healthy form is good for you.
Right. You can get it in gum. You ever think about gum? Or are you trying to not consume it in your mouth?
We have just heard recently that the patch is the
Oh, interesting.
best way to get the dosage.
Okay.
Clean.
Yeah, like nicotine is a mental stimulant to like make you think, and it's
Dude, the guy was talking about it with your cells and like how it can.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Right.
nicotine is definitely something good to have, but you don't want to be smoking cigarettes.
No,
I mean, I
no.
really sure wish I could like just sit and have a cig and be like, yeah, this is good.
I don't remember what we were doing the other day, but somebody said something about how they've been seeing more people smoke, and I'm like, yes, finally, we're getting back to the good old days. Like,
Yeah.
Now, if it was just a pregnant lady smoking and drinking, we'd be well on our way to success.
Oh yeah.
Back
Or that
to analog.
That dude, there's like an old commercial or old news report of the guy in his truck, and they're interviewing him. She's asking him questions, and he's like, he's got a beer, and it's like,
Oh, I don't know.
it's a seatbelt thing, and he's drinking a beer in his truck, and he's like, hey, you can't. He's like Kansas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, God, look at these days where you could just grab a beer
Yeah.
and drive down the back roads. Nobody give a shit. You were fine. And
Yeah.
whoever was just talking, someone just brought this up, and they were like, well, it's the bad apple. Then the kids started to have 30 beers, and go drive and fuck shit up. Now you can't just drive the back roads and have 2 beers and be cool. You know, it ruined it for everybody.
100%. It's always that little bit. You give them an inch and they take a mile.
Yeah.
But yeah, plus there's more people, there's more cameras, there's more, just everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. I was just looking at something this morning on social media about going back to analog.
Yeah, you posted
I
about
posted
it.
something
Yeah.
about that. Like it's like such a great.
Korn's recording their new album in analog.
Well, if you think about all the new vehicles, think about how many bells and whistles your new truck
That's why I don't
has.
like my truck.
Everybody wants those old vehicles that doesn't have 50 cameras and sensors on them. You can work on everything, but the problem is
They don't have control over it.
Correct.
The reason they like this is they can see everything I do.
Yes.
I'm not allowed
At
to
all
fix it
times.
myself. I have to take it in for
Yeah.
them to use their own. They can check my, you know how they're like, oh, you have to take this to a dealer that can plug in and read your.
Got to be on a computer. Yeah.
But I don't have that. Like
Yeah.
the guy I know, he's like, I don't have that ability.
Fucking
Like,
ridiculous,
what a
dude.
control piece. And I think that's going to turn possibly because I can't be the only one filling. I do the surveys when they email me sometimes because I want them to know, like, and it's a lot about technology. And I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like that you control, that I can't do things while I'm driving. So not only do you think you're making it safe for me that I can't, okay, for instance, my Bluetooth doesn't work sometimes or CarPlay. And then I start driving and I realize it won't play my music. And then I try to put it on and it's like, you can't do this while you're in motion.
While you're driving.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then I start panicking and I freak out and I'm like, I got to pull over. Am I going to be able to pull over? And I'm like, you have literally just made this more dangerous for everybody.
Yeah.
Trying to control me from literally just pushing a button to get my fucking Bluetooth on.
I'm already touching this magical screen in my
Yeah.
car. Just let me connect
Now
my
I'm
Bluetooth.
unplugging 30 things and I'm going to try
Yeah.
and shut my car off at a light
Yes.
and go into park.
Or I'm looking at the 15 alarms that are going off because some sensor's not reading the air in my gas tank correctly. And so I'm looking at alarms going off on my dashboard, but you won't connect Bluetooth? Give me a break.
And I told you right when I got this truck, the sound stopped working. Even like the blinker, when you turn
didn't
the
know
blinker
that.
on, it clicks a little.
I didn't know that.
All the sound shut off. I'm like, I just got this. And I emailed or I texted the kid I got it from, and he's like, oh, you probably need to run an update. Just had to do an update like a phone. And now I have to do every once in a while. My car says the system is ready for an update, and before you get out, you run it. It takes 15 minutes, and it runs it while you're out of your truck.
Katie don't like that.
It's not a truck. It's a computer.
It's a computer
I'm
on
driving
wheels.
a computer.
Yeah.
And I can hear it when I start it.
I've thought about that for a long time.
It's gay.
About how my truck, like Adam and I were just joking, my truck's in the shop right now. And nothing major, but yes, it could have been major. There was there's some bearings and bushings that were shot. They needed replaced. Fine. Whatever. They're fixing that today. But I'm thinking to myself, it's 7 years old. It's got 200,000 miles on it. One of these days, that truck is going to just be done. And the truck's everything I've ever wanted. It runs great. It's got tremendous sound, a tremendous sound system in it. And it just is perfect to me. And I know I'm going to have to get something different. But my brain is telling me, Brett, you want a 20-year-old, 15 to 20-year-old SUV, probably.
Get it.
Like an old Tahoe. Like, I'm going to have to seek one out that's used and then probably drive somewhere to pay cash for it and then drive it home.
Do you follow the machine shop?
I do. That Cadillac?
Yeah, he just went, him and his buddy went like down south
Boston.
to another state.
I think they went to Boston.
Yeah, to pick up some gold Cadillac.
And drive back
on the
home.
way back, driving it fell apart. They had to take it to the shop. And I'm like, you just make it make it a thing.
But
do what you want to do.
So I do think about that. And then even this little guy here, this little recording, this is my new mixer. You know, I had that old analog mixer in there, which was starting to go. Okay, fine. I get this new one, and then as I'm editing podcasts recently, there's like a few seconds in several different spots of my recording that are missing. And I'm trying to sync the audio up with the video, and it's not working. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's because this thing needed a fucking update. I wouldn't have bought this if I knew it needed an update. I had to download an update from their website, put it on a disc, put the disc into here, run the update, and now hopefully there's no missing audio in this little rinky-dink thing here that I thought was going to be easier to use. Now I'm going to have to periodically check to see if it needs an update.
Yeah.
Because that defeats the purpose.
Because it's more digital than the ones that are bigger, the old ones are just 100 knobs.
Yes.
They work.
Yep.
The knobs fucking work.
Knobs work.
That's the same thing with dryers and washers and all that shit.
Oh my God. Did you already know that story?
No.
So
I'm saying that because when we bought ours, the lady was honest with us and she's like, get the one with knobs. It's cheaper and it will not die.
So we have a 2-year-old dryer up there that we bought brand new from some guy who had extra. And I know that sounds shady, but he's a guy who manages rental properties and had extras, and he was selling it because it didn't fit. Brand new in the box, and the heating element went out after 2 years. Cost $500 to get a brand new heating element put in. Now, had I known that,
just get a new.
I'd have bought the heating element and taken the fucking thing apart and done it myself. But we had to call a guy to come over, and of course it's premium time and it's labor to take the thing apart and put it back together for like a $75 part.
But how much is a new? You could have probably got a new thing for like $700.
That's what Lauren goes. If I would have known it was $500, I would have bought a brand new dryer.
Oh, but you were already in on this guy, so the payment was already here. That's $200, and then that goes towards usually the.
And he had the part in his truck, so he was able to do it on the spot. It was 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes of work. He made. It was a $500 invoice.
Gosh. This life is strange, man. With the cost of things, like if you really look at it, like. It's a rape or raping everywhere you go.
And everybody we know says the same thing. Oh, my washer just went out. Oh, my dryer just went out. Oh, my dishwasher just went out. It's 2 years old. Everything's 2 years old and it's failing.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Peaches and beef sticks.
That's from my niece. Yeah. What? She's like, all I ate today was peaches and beef sticks. I'm like, that's like the name of your book. There's no better name but like peaches and beef sticks.
That's the first thing I wrote down when we came down
And then
here.
Porter said something where he's like, he was talking about girls playing sport. We were talking about girls playing sports and like the way that their outfits are nowadays. And like Porter goes, "Oh, those softball pants." He's like, "Their booties are a poppin'," and I'm like, "That's the name of your book. Booties are a poppin' and peaches and beef sticks." You kids are too young to be.
I got to say this on here before I forget because I didn't say it upstairs. We have to talk about Mom and Dad's anniversary party before you leave.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to say it in front of you, even though we're recording.
The dinner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, welcome to ARO Podcast, Uncle Adam.
Thanks for having me. It's funny you say this. Yes. Sorry, I'm not going to interrupt you because I talk too much.
I don't really need to introduce you. People will know the voice and the images. But what were you going to say?
It's just nice to be back. But it's we had our meet and greet, which we'll discuss in further.
We're getting into it right now
in the deets. But I started to realize I was meeting these people, and they I knew some of them. The ones that know me, but some of the new ones, and I'd have great ARO podcast at all, which makes sense because I'm not really like a co-host.
Okay, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd be in these conversations like with the one guy's name was Andrew and he had his son there and we were talking and it was cool to meet these new people and I'm like, I'm just to them Taco Grilla. So I would describe a little bit. I'd be like, I do and they're like, I'd say, do you listen to Brett's podcast? And yes, or some people didn't. Mm-hmm. So I would make it a point to be like, I do sort of co-host with him, not even co-host, but I'm on there a couple times here and there.
Yeah.
So I'm not just a taco guy at this meet and greet. Like I do have a hunting background.
I have a little bit of influence on this.
Yeah, but
You could come over and do this way more. I just feel like it's stressful for you to come over here all the time.
I think lately I've started to realize I can design myself more things that are based more around what I want to do.
Yeah.
Which is just you learn as you go through life. But driving over here I used to do it all the time.
You did. That's true.
And I would work out.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the greatest part of my life, but I was driving over here all the time.
Yeah.
And then I was
also delivering food on this side of town.
I was delivering food over here a lot. And then I'm like, man, I don't go anywhere anymore. I don't work like hands-on at the rail yard. So anyways, I enjoy doing this. I wouldn't do it if I came over here more. I wouldn't do 3-hour ones every time, but
we don't have to do 3-hour one today.
But then again, you get
sometimes
talking.
We just get to talking and it's over. It's before you know it, 3 hours is gone.
That's why I have 17 drinks with me.
You do have
and
2
some
drinks
gum
and a cooler.
Typically, I have chapstick for my lips so they don't get dry.
If anybody's watching this on video, you will realize that we are in a different studio today. We are in Brett's basement. I'm Brett. There's a bee problem in beef cakes has a bee problem, and I don't want to be out there and get our nuts stung. Also, there's a chance that
getting your nuts stung could end up being one of the best things for your life.
I highly doubt that.
I start thinking about all those things. I'm like, man, what if you get stung
need.
in your butthole and it gives you this superpower? You know what I mean? Like getting bit by a spider and
you become
a
bee
Spider-Man?
man?
Yeah,
wasp man. Isn't that how
Chris B. Real? Isn't there already?
Did he get stung by a bee?
That's why he got his name. No, I made that up.
Oh yeah, I thought it was because he was sweet as honey.
Yeah, probably.
No offense, Chris B. Real. You don't listen to this podcast.
No, he's doing his thing.
Anyway, we are in the basement because the bees are out of control. I thought I could get it myself, and I can't. So we got to call a exterminator at some point today, come over, and I know he's going to kick me out of the office. So I just took like 30 minutes earlier and moved it. That thing is highly susceptible to coming off. Anyway, like 30 minutes earlier, I had to scramble to get everything in the house into the basement.
I'm not mad about it, to be honest with
you. Before the storms and before Adam got here to record today. So
what I imagined happening was I'd be sweating my ass off because it's like 300% humidity today, and then have to take a poop and be like, I got to run inside from the barn, and it's storming. So I'm like, this is probably best.
Yeah, it's good. Everything's fine. It's cooler in here.
It's nice and cool.
Yeah.
I could have a little blankie and
you could. Yeah. I love working out. I love working and recording in my office, like out in the barn.
Yeah.
Because it's all set up to do it. I can see outside. Like I feel like I'm in a cave.
That's
right
the
now.
number one thing would be natural light.
Yeah. But it's okay. It's just not forever. So anyway, Adam's here today, and last weekend we had the 2026 meet and greet at the rail yard, and it was a success, a tremendous success. In fact, there's been at least a couple podcasts outside of this one that have discussed it, like the Bowhunter Chronicles. Adam had Nate on there, and they talked about it. Some very kind words about building community and putting something together and how everybody truly enjoyed it. And then, of course, Kevin and Joe at the Deer Hunter podcast also had some really kind words about, coming down and again, building that community and just how important that is. And I just really appreciate their partnership and friendship and the fact that they were able to make it a priority for them to be a part of it. I thought it was an incredible success. Do you?
Oh yeah, so that for me I would walk around and just look at everything and be like, this is super cool.
Yeah.
I'd have little conversations here and there with everybody, but I was also, I have the food thing going on and my family there. But that was one of the things I would walk around and be like, holy shit, this is actually has become a thing.
Yeah.
I last year was really cool too, but
Sure.
it was a small table
Much
gathering.
more impromptu.
Yeah, more
smaller.
intimate.
Yeah.
You didn't move around as much,
Yeah.
This was I was like, wow, it's working. Not that there's anything to work, but it's the community.
Yeah.
Seeing everybody talk.
Sure.
And this guy brings his kid, and you could tell he was kind of getting outside of his shell to come up there, and and then seeing you have people Kevin and Joe and the Rome guys and then DJ, and that they're seeing the quality in being a part of it. Because I think that in the beginning I was like, is anyone really going to see what we are hoping people see from this? And I think that this was the first year it was like they showed up and they really got to feel it and see it.
I think they knew it, and I think that they were just thankful that we were able to put it together and that it was a success.
Right.
Like, I think they knew inherently that community is important, and for adult men, like it's not like it's a kid's thing that you're putting together at church for kids to get together and socialize. It's not a women's group where they get together and bitch about their husbands. It's like men get up, they go to work, and they come home and they hang out with their family, and then they go to bed, and then they get up and they do the same thing again. And so it's like, if you have some friends that you have only ever met on the internet, to actually get together and break bread or tortilla or shake hands and learn about people's family and their struggles and their wins and just learn about your fellow, man. I think it was huge. And I do feel a little guilty that I didn't get to sit around and
in depth with everybody,
talk in depth with everybody.
That's okay.
But in that exchange, I was able to see people that I did already know and, shoot the breeze with them, but then also meet new people. And that was really cool, is how many new people showed up this year.
And then those people that may have known like one of us or one other person got to get in touch and meet other people.
Yeah.
Like I could see them all, and I'm like, it doesn't matter that I can't sit and have a conversation with everybody for an hour.
Right.
Everybody is talking to everybody else, and people are introducing themselves. It's like,
yeah,
it's essentially what I had hoped it would be when we did it. When we even talked about it last year, was that there's nothing behind it.
There's no
other
agenda.
than community.
Yes.
And then hoping that just gets guys out. Like, to me, like I would always say, it's almost like part of the preseason.
Yeah.
Because once you start to do that and you start to tickle that, like, even the conversation, even if it's not about hunting, you're with a bunch of guys that hunt and there's all this background, it kind of like leads you into the next step of summer, one step closer to the edge.
You did. You always used to say when you would go to the Mobile Hunters Roadshow, this is the start of my preseason.
Yeah. Because once you it kind of lifts your spirits and then you're ready to start shooting.
Yeah.
Honing in on your gear and maybe some things like, I'd love to get new glasses for hunting this year. And you start to, it's the tipping point of like, okay, it just ignites the fire.
Yeah.
And because you don't have that all summer and it's a long gap. And then, just to see and be able to like show the appreciation to everybody else, I think is huge, because you can't always do that online or through text.
Sure. And I told some people, I said, I will continue to make sure that we do this as long as people continue to enjoy it. And I have always said, in any of the podcasts I've ever done, I had always, my dreams were always to build a community around it. I had watched my inspirations do that in Central Florida and find tremendous success doing that. I don't know that I could have ever done that with Hot Butter. That was my intentions, but here we are with ARO, and I hope to do that with ARO. I hope to build a community. I hope to get together with people on not just the annual meetup, but maybe find other opportunities, like we discussed, a chili cook-off or something, some other things to do as a collective, to just build that community and grow it, and then just stay in touch with everybody and just do fun shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't go to the bar anymore. I don't meet with my friends and go golfing and then go to the bar. Like that's not my jam. I don't do that. And
essentially, if I was to go to like a hunting expo,
yeah,
it would be just to shoot the shit with people I know there.
Yes.
So essentially, it's trimming all that extra fat and just boiling it down to what I really want.
Yeah. And you can still talk about. I mean, you can still talk about that stuff there.
Yeah.
Just that isn't the bottom line. And that was what was important. It's
Yeah,
the
I mean, I
community.
still had great hunting conversation with people, and
Yeah.
you know, people were talking about releases, and the one Jared had just bought the one,
Yeah.
which is funny because I saw those two scouting, which I don't know if that's a new friendship or if they've always known each other,
A new relationship.
a new relationship. But I don't know, you know,
Uh-huh.
it just turned out to be this year. I was like, this is. Someone would ask me like, how did it go, and I'm like, this. It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
Because we don't know how many people are going to be there.
Yeah. You never
And
know.
then you can still see comments like, I wish I would have known about this.
I know. I saw
And it's like,
those.
I can only post so much,
Right.
and like we can all do that, and it just doesn't get seen by everybody. But now it's nice to see that there's still a whole nother group of people that would have loved to be a part of it.
Yep. And I know for a fact there is a handful of people who knew about it but had scheduling conflicts.
Right.
So there's people that were going to be there and things came up, and there are people who wanted to be there but didn't get the notification in some way or another. And so all I can do is continue to start early and collab with people like Aaron at the Fall and Kevin at Deer Hunter and the Rome guys and the Bow Hunter Chronicle guys, and just kind of, for lack of a better term, whore it out and just get the word out there.
See, and that's funny because I feel like the first year I don't think we wanted to do that. I think we wanted to
It was
just
also only a 3-week notice.
right, but I remember having conversations where we were like, we don't really want people to feel like we're asking them to be a part of it to help grow it.
Oh.
Like we didn't want to feel like they were being used in any sort of way because of their platform.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
I remember kind of having those conversations that were like, well, do we want to? And to me, it's like, you know, Aaron's just become a friend.
Right.
He just happens to be a host of a nice podcast. So it's more just wanting him to be there as a
Right.
friend, you know. But I think sometimes I think more into the fact that like I would be worried that they think we want him there to gain more eyes on it.
Sure.
And that's not it at all. So we
right.
So you know, I think it's getting over that. Like, I think they know that that's not what we're doing.
They do now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think
is
that first
unquestionable
year we had discussed that being a thing. We're like, we don't want to invite people that may think we're using their platform as to try and grow our own thing.
now. For sure.
So
Yeah. And in fact, I didn't ask anybody if I could come talk.
Right.
They asked me if they could be a part of it. And I think that again goes to show that it is organic and it's going to be what it is on its own.
And I'm
so
glad
now
to
we
see
just-
that because in my mind, you have to sharing is going to help you grow this platform. And by platform, I just mean the ARO podcast. You can keep doing this forever, but if it just stays flatline, it's going to stay that way. Nothing's going to change or grow. It is getting people, and I would always be like, man, I see a lot of people share a lot of other things. What triggers them to share would trigger them to share ours. And I don't know the answer to that. But then I think it's just nice, instead of forcing that to where you're like shoving like your dick in people's mouth or their dick in your mouth to like get that attention. It's just you start slowly building relationships with people like a good relationship should, and then you propose, and then you get married, and then, you know.
I believe the phrase is you wine them, then you dine them,
Then you
and then
69
when it's all done,
them.
you 69 them. So prepare yourselves, everybody, because you have been wined and dined. You know
Hell
what's
yeah.
next.
69 all
69,
day, baby.
We're going to 69. That's it.
There is no other way to do that.
We're
So
gonna
I like that it happened organically. Go on. I want to hear what you.
I was going to say we're going to take one of those yellow picnic tables that we sat at. We're going to it's going to be the
gosh.
69 table.
if you do side by side, it'd be fine. I don't want my knees to hurt.
Oh, so like we have to lay on our sides in 69?
Yeah.
Is that a real 69? Someone has to be uncomfortable in a 69.
Well,
The bottom.
I mean, to me, a real 69 should be sideways.
Really?
Laying on your side. Yes.
Oh.
Because numbers to
I
me
see what you mean.
are you're looking at
Ooh.
side-
An aerial, and from an aerial
Yeah, when you look at a 6
perspective.
and a 9, they're side by side.
You're right.
But if you're going to town on like a couch or whatever,
Whatever.
it's going to be easier gravitationally if it's up or down. not side by side.
whatever.
That's the problem with side by side is you're closing the gaps,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah. Do you have a favored side? Like if it was on your side, would you rather be on your left or your right side?
I'd like to lean to my left.
Oh, so you want to be on your left side, leaning to your left.
Ultimately, at my age, I would like to do a 9-9 and just side by side, be kissing a little bit and poke the head in.
Okay.
I want to just go inside. I want to dip her in right in in the cooch.
6'6"?
I don't need to be like. We can do the foreplay, but like, I think I'd rather just be.
Why waste time? Precious time.
Yeah, like precious time.
There once was a time where when we've talked about this, where you were like, "Give me all of the pantyhose and the fancy outfits."
Yeah, and that's not. Time is different. Life is at this age. Time is different, and it's mostly based around kids. And I talked to somebody there that night about this, but like we have to call it a meeting.
Yeah.
Because
we know people that do that. They go talk about taxes.
Yeah, yes. So if we don't have a lock on our door, and at any moment a kid could burst through there, and we're under the covers. We're smart about it, but like she's not half bent over the bed on her back with her legs up in the air and my face between her legs. Then my butthole up in the air, because then my poor kid is going to walk in the door and be like, "That's a meeting?" There's no getting out of that entanglement. So it is called a meeting nowadays, and it is pretty much how can we make this feel as good as possible, as fast as possible. And that's it. And you might say, well, why don't you do it at night when everybody goes to bed? Well, because when my kids go to bed,
I don't know what that was.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
You're not going to get me to walk up the stairs. I guess you're just not going to. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I shrunk.
Oh, did it sink down?
I just moved. I was sitting on my leg.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on this conversation.
We talked about whining, dining, 69ing, and then next year we're going to
the way the relationships have grown. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's very cool that the relationship is growing with the people and not the platform. So then you're going on and having conversations with these other hosts because the people want to be with you and you want to be with the other people, not just a sales pitch.
I hereby solemnly swear that I will never attempt to 69 any of you. That's me, hand to God. I will never try to 69 any of you. I promise.
I don't know.
You don't believe me.
I just know life throws you curveballs, man.
I'm never going to get into a gay 69.
Oh, well. What if it's a woman listening?
There is no women listeners to this. But that leads me to where I was going next, interestingly enough. I do find it interesting that there are female hunters in this great state of Michigan. One was always one of my first guest requests, and she would always blow me off. Be like, I got other podcasts.
What's her name again?
Her name
Can we
is
say
Stephanie?
She a big turkey hunter?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. She hunts down by us, and
yeah, she got glasses and
gazelle.
Gazelle, yes.
Not
turkey. Yes, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, because she hunts near us, I had always wanted to get her on as a guest. She would always say to me, I have promised other people that I'll do their podcast, and I don't want to do yours until I do theirs first. Okay, I respect that. I asked like 3 or 4 times, and I don't want to ask anymore because it seems like I'm desperate.
Right.
But anyway, she's familiar with us.
Right.
There's a couple other girl outdoors women that are, I think they're local-ish. And I'm just interested, like, how do we get, I'm not trying to get I'm not just like,
just because you're a woman.
I don't want just women there for no reason. I want to be welcoming to all. And so how do you tell women, hey, this isn't just a bro hangout? Like,
I think that's it. It's finding out what the wall is.
Yeah.
And then
I guess I got to reach out to
knocking
them
that
directly.
down. Yeah, because I don't think that's anything other than, and this is what I find intriguing about it, is I think they have a different perspective.
For sure.
Which, yes, it is about being a woman then, but I would like to know I want to know your perspective. I want to learn that about everybody. Like, everybody hunts differently.
They all hunt differently.
And, and then to be a woman in a very heavily manned area is it's interesting and super cool to me. Like, I think it's awesome. Like, if I think about Finley wanting to do this stuff, I think it's badass.
Sure.
Like, so I would love to hear that perspective and have a conversation and get you to be a part of this community more than it is.
Right.
Because I know you're around.
Right.
And there was a couple lasses there.
Hunter ladies?
Yeah, I mean, they might have just been girlfriends, I guess, or...
Yeah, so that's another thing is we made it very clear that it was family friendly, and that it could be boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, husband, wife. Like, you are welcome to bring your family. It's a family place, and so
Correct.
that did happen. There were Barefoot Dave brought his baby there.
Yeah.
Our wives and children came. Other wives, other girlfriends came. So that was great, but I would like to figure out a way to make sure that the female hunters in Michigan, or even if they're outside of Michigan, know that this is not just for the bros. It's for everybody.
Yep.
Because I think it's important. Like you said, I would love to get their perspective. And I'd like to...
Like, do they have a niche hangout group that we don't know about where it's just the ladies?
I don't know.
And it's interesting because last time I went into Sunrise, shout out to Sunrise in Fenton, great place. There was more than one female in there either buying a bow or
Really?
getting accessories for their bow.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's cool to see. And I don't know, like, it'd be like me taking Kelly in there and getting her hooked up, but because there was a male figure helping them get it. But like, I'm like, this is cool. They're there. They're getting more into it. So like, I would like them to be a part of everything as well. I don't know.
I think DJ had gone in there. Maybe it was last year even. Like, I had gone in and Derek was like, "Oh, you just missed DJ."
Didn't he record the podcast there?
Yeah, but this was even another time where
Oh.
I think he had gone to buy his daughter a bow. Or something like that, or get it fixed up for her. So again, I know there is a female audience, maybe not even an audience. There is a female sector of hunters and outdoors women in this state that I think could have enjoyed themselves. And so how do I think to myself, how do I get them involved next year?
Just
too?
make it a thing. Make it a checkpoint.
Make it a point. Yeah.
Like, reach out to as many as you can. Be like, I'd really love for you to be a part of this.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I thought it was great, and I look forward to next year already. We'll probably do it around the same time because I think it was good for everybody. Yep. We'll do a weekend again, a Saturday. We'll do it in the evening. I think that worked out really well because
I think the time frame, like 2:00, was nice because it gave, like, me especially, the 12:00 I realized is a terrible time at that place right when we open, because if you're going to figure out what's going wrong that day, you're going to figure out at open.
Yeah.
No matter how much we get ready.
Sure.
So, like, a lot of times you'll have, which you've been there right at opening before, and I'm like, man, things ain't working right now. Or, like, I think we did it that last Sunday last year on right at opening, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So having that couple hours to where they get running, and I'm like, okay, now we can do this. And I felt like the day before, or maybe even 2 days before, I was sitting there going, I hate that I have nothing to offer food-wise. Like, I would love to just put a bunch of food out, like a buffet, and be like, just eat. I know, like, we're not a full-service restaurant, so I don't make, like, what a full restaurant makes there. So it's difficult to just put all of my little bit of profit into that. I'd love to. So I thought, I'm like, 2 days before, I'm like, the least I can do is everybody that's there, not knowing it was going to be as many as there was, I'll give them like an X on their hand, they get 50% off.
Yeah.
Like that
was
covers
awesome.
my cost and gets people cheaper food. And because I do have to price things a little bit higher there because of the way it works. And that's always bothered me. So it was one of those things where I'm like, that's the least I can offer. So I would love to do more, but I'm glad that we figured that out. And
I think everybody loved it.
No, and even thanks to like I know Kevin said it and Joe said it, and that they were paying full price. They were offered the half, but they even were like, I think Joe may have just been hammered.
Maybe. some folks were.
This is probably a good time to mention this. We thoroughly enjoyed the Deer Hunter podcast that just came out. That was recapping the meet and greet. First of all, I loved hearing how they see Fenton now. Because I'm there a lot. I'm at the rail yard a lot, and I leave a lot right when it's the witching hour that they talked about. But like, I don't see it being such a like not whorish environment, but like kind of, like they were talking about like the girls and like how crazy it got, and I know it gets that way, but I think I'm so used to just being like, boom, I'm out.
Yeah.
Before that, so it's fun to hear all of that. But it was also funny to listen to Joe Boogeyman talk about with Kevin how he was talking to a 7-year-old girl about grills, and how that girl was like, "You should see my friend's grill. We do make it out of aluminum foil." And then to have Kevin say, "Well, who was that little girl? How do you manage to get in these conversations with little girls at a place like this?" And he's thirsty wives that were there thought we were hot and were trying to like suck us in with their daughter. And I'm sitting there looking at Kelly going, that was you and Finley. That was my daughter and my wife.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because Finley's like, we need to send him a video. So we were trying to do a video in the truck the other day. And so she could be like, that was me. And that was my mom. And that's his wife. And
Yeah.
so it was just fun to hear everybody. You get the different perspectives. For me, I have my one perspective of what the rail yard is, and it's always the same.
Yeah.
But then everybody was new there, and they're like, wow, this is...
It was interesting to me how many people had said like, oh, I knew this was here, but I've never been here.
Yeah. And they really enjoyed the place. And
Yep.
I'm like, well, they did a great job there.
Yep.
Like, it's got everything you need.
I agree.
So, yeah, I don't know. It was fun.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So I think we've pretty much covered the meet and greet. And again, we will do it again in 2027. We'll do it at the same place, assuming it's still there. Assuming we'll keep the same time. We'll plan on doing the same thing. I'll try to get the word out as early as possible and make sure that everybody's included and you have enough warning. But I agree with you in that shortly after the middle of July, I really start to think more about deer hunting season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it's still hot. Like you said, today is 300% humidity. This is my least favorite time of year. I hate the maximum temperature and the maximum humidity. I absolutely hate it. It's why I hated Florida. I hate this weather. And I know we got like 30 more days of it for sure.
Right.
But I just can't stop thinking about deer hunting and scouting new areas and getting cameras out. And I'm getting pissed off because half of my cameras are dead because the batteries were shitty and they died. And
do you think that then this would be, I'd love to hear people's, like, to get like a number, a percentage on what people feel with this between the alkaline and the lithium batteries.
I'm just going to stop buying lithium batteries. I just can't.
This is the first time I've noticed all of the cameras going to shit. There's like 3 I check out of the, I don't know, 12.
So I would say 50% of the cameras that I put out with brand new lithiums either died immediately, which I attribute to being faulty cameras, or died too quickly, which again could be faulty cameras, but I think there's just bullshit lithiums out there.
Just like everything else.
Yeah. But it didn't used to be that way.
No.
Like 5 years ago, I would go out of my way to buy lithiums, and they would last. Every single pack would last all season long. Mm-hmm. I had a Spy Point camera in Illinois last year that I put 8 lithiums in, and it was in the middle of summer. It ran all the way till March this year, and it was still working.
Yeah.
So I know that occasionally you can get a good package of lithiums, but I also know that occasionally I'm getting bullshit ones.
Do you stay away from certain brands like Kirkland not making the best, or because
I've been buying top of the line Energizers?
It's like they're making, like everything else, they're cheapening the product but keeping the price up.
Or
that's the problem.
Raising the price.
How many batteries go in a camera?
That's what I'm saying.
The cost is ridiculous.
The new stealth cameras are 16 batteries.
Yeah, that's insane.
I can't put 16 lithiums in those motherfuckers. So I've just been buying the Energizer Maxes.
I bought batteries in Illinois.
Yeah.
And it was $100.
I know.
And I did get some
And they're
candy.
all dead, just about.
Yeah. There is
2 cameras, 3 cameras?
one camera that I checked that is worth me looking at right now.
Unbelievable. So, but anyway, I'm full blown. I need to find deer. I need to get on deer. I need to go fix these cameras that are dead and put new batteries in them. I need to go move cameras. I'm full on obsessed already.
Yeah.
Are you in that mode yet or not?
I've sort of had a shift in mental stuff. Because I would start like becoming obsessive over like where I'm gonna hunt and how much I feel like I have to put into it to be able to kill a big deer. And lately, I changed my mindset on that to just be like, I don't have a huge plan set out to where, because a lot of times I'd have a plan, go, it doesn't work out the way I want it to, or I overwork to the point where I'm just creating stress. It ends up being 100 degrees in whatever state it is.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm not going back on this date. You know, there's all these things that happen. And now I'm just like, if I'm going to get to go to these places, I'm just going to go and I am going to sit and just watch my environment. I'm just going to soak myself into whatever pieces of ground I'm going to hunt. And I'm just going to be very patient with it and see what's happening around me. Because to me, I do it here. I will, if I'm not hunting or scouting, I will watch deer and I'll be like, I know right where they're going to be, when they're going to be. You can see probably, like to me, they're coming out of the same spots on all these fields. And then I go to hunt and scout a piece on a week trip to Kansas or Nebraska this year. Like, and I'm trying so hard to figure that out. And it just doesn't work. And I think it's because there's too much. It's like if you slow down and just sit there and like sort of soak yourself into that where you're at, you notice those things and you're like, I'm just observing. Yeah. I think that's something that you may do it by yourself, but I think when you and I are together, we're like, okay, let's go to all these pieces. Let's walk around field edges. Let's find scrapes. Let's try and bump some bucks. And it's like it's how much we can do and how quick time so we can get in a tree and start hunting.
I would agree with that.
And I've always told myself I wish I could just go and sort of melt into that hill and just watch that field longer. Or, you know that there's bucks in the beans like early season. In different states, those beans are taller, so you can't see them. But like, let's just sit there for a minute like I do in my truck at home and watch when they come out. And then are they always by one part of the woods? So they're probably coming in and out of those section of woods right there. Because I can see bucks and deer here eating in fields, and I can look at the same spot of that giant field where the woods meet it, and they're at the exact same spot every evening. So that tells me that they're popping out in the same spot every night, eating the same set of beans, and going right back. My mindset is not to like stress anymore. Yeah. So I'm going into this season with a plan, a very light plan of like, I know where I'm going to go, but the adventure of it is going to be, I don't know necessarily where exactly I'm going to stay.
Are you talking about Nebraska?
So I have Nebraska, Illinois, Michigan. Those are my three this year. I've never been to Nebraska, but I'm going to associate it with Kansas. They're close enough. Yeah. There's going to be some differences, but I think a lot of the stuff will be similar. But yes, if I have to stay in my truck, I'm going to stay in my truck. If I have to find a Super 8 for a night, I will find a Super 8 on the fly. I don't know where I'm going to eat. I don't know what I'm going to eat. But I'm not going to over-plan to where I'm great at my plan, but terrible at killing the deer.
Interesting.
I'm going to go out there to just spend my day on the land, whether it's just observing and being a part of it, or scouting, or hunting, and then I'll figure out the rest as I go.
I've never thought about that. What you just said when you said I'm really great at executing my plan, but not great on hunting.
Dude, my truck is perfectly filled with everything I need and the right amount of meals and a cooler full of extra meals and drinks and all this shit. And it's like I walk into the woods to kill the animal with 5% of what I've taken. and I'm at a piece of property I didn't even plan to go to because the other one I overworked, or we bumped the deer too many times, and so it's just like that. It's almost like allowing myself to put less of an effort in to the things that don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I know, like I can have a conversation with DJ, and he is so thought out, like a year ahead of time. He knows where he's going to stay, and he's very, very good at that, and it works for him. But I think this year, it was a natural. I mean, I had to. My mind had to shift.
But do you think that when somebody like DJ, or even you, and maybe this is just not how you looked at it, when you have those things thought out and solidified a year in advance, it is actually less to think about? Because you are executing those things on autopilot. You are going to the place you've already reserved. You're not thinking about where you're going.
Yeah, so like, but I still have too many properties.
Oh, I was talking about like where you're going to stay.
But like his Airbnb, so like that's one of the thing I know, like that I've spoken to him about, is he'll have an Airbnb planned out. But like I still, when you listen to like a kill story, like Nebraska, for instance, like that changed on the fly. Kansas for him changed on the fly. So like you can plan out all you want.
That's true.
But a lot of what happens can't be planned out. Like killing the buck cannot be planned out. All that I can over plan on is all the extra shit.
Yeah.
And that can wear you down before you even get there.
That's true.
So
I see what you're saying. I also can see a little bit of the other side, where if you have it so pre-planned on what's in your truck and where it goes and where you're staying and where you're eating and how your meals are going to get handled, then you are not wondering, where am I going to eat? Where am I going to stay? What am I going to drink? When you get there, you're only thinking about hunting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I also know what you're saying.
I don't want to. I want to shift. I obsess over the hunting.
You want to be more whimsical.
I want to shift into not obsessing as much.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I feel like when I shoot my deer, I am so just relaxed in the wind that day.
You have always said that.
Yeah, like the day that I am just like, I'll drop the kids off at school and just make my way down to Hillsdale and get there when I get there. It might be 10 o'clock. And then I walk out at 10 o'clock and there, or 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then there's a buck. Like it's, I don't know. There's something to be said about that. And I was just listening to Running and Gunning, and they were talking about, it was Jacob Leishan on there, and they were talking about, Shiskies. I don't know. I can't remember what we were just talking about.
Over planning, being more whimsical in your approaches.
Yeah. Fuck. How do you draw a blank that fast?
You must have been thinking about 69ing again.
Either way, I just kind of want to be more, I want to be more adventurous and less obsessive.
Okay.
And I love to just, I don't know. I think there's an opportunity to seek more out and to find more than if I overplan and then I'm limited to what I planned.
Yeah. Okay. Have you figured out when you want to go to Nebraska?
Oh, you and I discussed this the other day, and I
I did not go in on the first Nebraska draw this year because I was like, you know what, Brett, you've historically bitten off more than you can chew. You're just going to do Michigan, Illinois, and Ohio this year. And then Adam got Nebraska, and then I had FOMO because I didn't get Kansas and I wasn't going out west. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to log in when the leftover tags go on sale on July 22nd. And I did. 10 minutes before they went on sale, I logged in. And I was in line in spot number 2,500 and some change. So there were 2,500 some people ahead of me in line for the leftover tags. And I think to myself, is this because people are not drawing Iowa and they're not drawing Kansas?
I mean, that's why I went. I didn't get Kansas.
They were kind of hoping for like the next thing, which was the Nebraska. Like, is that what people are doing? So I did not get Nebraska this year. They were done. They sold out.
And I think Nebraska just gets talked about a little bit more for it's all a trickle effect. Like at some point that happens, whether it was 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and then someone kills there, and then they start talking about Nebraska, and then like you four went to Nebraska, so then I started listening to Nebraska, and you talked about how beautiful it was.
I loved it.
And I know it's similar to Kansas, and I love Kansas, and I didn't get Kansas. So I did Nebraska.
I think you're going to have a good time. I think it'll scratch that itch for you. I've thought about going to be your cameraman just so that I can go out.
I was going to tell you, if you ever want to come, you just go.
Oh, that's not
well, we'll make you come. Yeah. I don't know. So to answer your question, every time we go to Kansas in mid-September, you can hunt, but like it's more of a scouting hunting trip.
Does it have more stress?
It's just miserable. And that's part of probably the overthinking it, expecting more at that time, not doing things, not looking in the right places at that time frame. But I don't have enough clothes to even hunt that much. I get so stinky sweaty in that heat. And then, so I'm always like, okay, I'm not going to go to Kansas 3 times again. That was too much. So I'm going to just pick a week, make it a thing. I don't know when that's going to be, but I sure as shit, in my mind, I'm going to be more flexible and watch like ahead to see weather. I want to see like they're expecting a weather shift. It could be September. And then be like, okay, I'll go now. I really would like to get a buck in velvet.
Interesting.
I don't know, something about it.
Okay.
Which, I mean, we've got some here that, assuming the beans are still there, you might be able to shoot a buck in velvet on. Oh no,
no,
no.
Porter might.
Yeah,
Whalen
Porter.
might.
No. Yeah.
For the youth,
their velvet will be gone before I get out there.
By the time we get out there, yeah.
But
that's exciting.
Yeah, Illinois. I don't know. I figured. I don't know.
Okay.
When it's cold.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying that, knowing that some of the cameras are picking up some big boys there, and it kind of gave me an idea.
And then they died.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like to see where you see them 3 times going the same direction. You kind of get an idea of what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I can see certain deer in this camera that might just be does, and then bucks over in another that are never in that camera right now, and that just sort of tells me that this is. I think I even said to you that there's a big thick spot up on the bank coming down into that bowl, and I remember walking through there, and you can't really walk that well through there, and I'm like, this is bedding of some sort to me. But if the does are always the only deer over there, that's got to be doe bedding.
I would say so.
And then you see the buck south of that, or I don't know.
Yeah,
other
south.
side of the bowl, and to me, he's going to get food. And there's only certain, he's walking the trails.
I'd never walked up there. I mean, I had walked up there, but not investigated it like we did this year. And last year, my first morning sit, I got busted on the south side of that bowl, where my scent was blowing that way. But I didn't play it correctly. I just was whatever. Long story long. Now, knowing what we know, and you having put a camera there based on the trail that you had seen, I do believe that buck was using that same run that goes on the south side of that bowl up by the camera you hung. I think he was coming off of the food down into that bowl to hit a scrape, and my scent hit him. I think that's it, because that is exactly where he was coming from. That exact same path of travel. Now that camera picking up bucks in the early season, using it that way, I guarantee you that's what he was doing.
Yeah, and it wasn't a worn out run. It was a good run. Like, it made me want to walk on it, but it was like, that's kind of what made me want to hang that camera. I'm like, it was an intersection of some lighter runs. And I'm like, okay, if I was a buck and I know the deer are hanging out in this bowl, which sure as shit looks like. What did we decide what did he tell us that day?
He told us that there used to be a natural gas. They used to harvest natural gas out of there, or oil out of there. There was oil derrick out there, and when they pump the water out of the ground, they have to have a pond, a quote unquote pond, for the spoils to be deposited, and it's salt water. And so he thinks that pond used to be the saltwater deposit for when they were pumping natural gas.
Because the hoses, you can see the hoses
Yeah.
that are no longer in use underground. Some of them stick up through the ground and are cut, and they kind of all run to that bowl.
Yeah.
And we kind of looked at each other that day and we're like, what if that earth down there is filled with minerals and salt
Yeah.
from that runoff?
And it's why they like it.
And that's why they love it in there. But if you're a buck and you don't want to go down in the middle of that open area, you're going to take that light run around that edge. And not only that, he's picking up if that is doe bedding and it's blowing south, he's got a north wind, it's all blowing right in his face. And then he can walk right over to the field and eat beans.
Yep.
Or whatever it's going to be this year.
Yep.
I don't know what it was. You would know it. Beans last year?
It was corn last year, he said.
Which is beans this year, which is great for
Yeah.
if it's early season.
Yep. Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
When is Illinois
October
1st?
Yeah. It's the same.
Those beans might be gone.
Yeah, they'll probably be gone, but if they're not gone, it'd be soon or close. They may be yellow if they're not gone.
But even then, they still will come out and eat the edge later on once they
Sure.
need to.
Do you have your tags for Michigan yet?
Yep.
Oh, see, I haven't. It's the only one I haven't yet.
It was the last thing where it's kind of goofy how it works because Nebraska emailed me that you're good to go. I feel like Illinois didn't say shit.
No, they just showed up in the mail.
And then all of a sudden, I have like 2 letters sitting at my house. So I'm like, okay, that went through.
Which, hold on a second. I just want to point out how horrendously managed your DNR is when the same person is getting 2 tags from the same office, but they mail them in 2 different envelopes. Why the fuck would you not put those in one envelope?
You're talking about Illinois.
Yes.
Yes. I wondered why there was. I'm like, okay, so they put you have to get that.
It's a paper tag.
Well, you have to get the tag, but then you also have to buy the $25.
Stamp or whatever.
Yeah, like
License.
outdoor stamp or
Yeah.
wildlife stamp.
Yeah.
My guess is they put each of those in different envelopes.
No, you got an antlerless tag in one envelope and
I haven't opened them
an
yet.
either sex tag in the other envelope.
Why in the hell
That's
would
what
you
I'm saying.
do that?
It's
That's silly.
A doe tag in one and a either one in one. It's like, what in the? How poorly managed are you that you can't put them both into one envelope? Or better yet, we've already bitched about the check-in process for going to hunt state land in Illinois. You got to have a physical piece of paper that shows that you've hunted on X day and you've seen this many animals, and you have to have it in your windshield. It's like, dude, just do everything digitally. Same thing with your tags, Illinois. It just make it digital. Stop mailing me two letters with 2 separate tags in it. It's so
Well, that was my thought on
ridiculous.
Michigan when they were talking about changing to
Earn-a-buck?
Earn-a-buck.
That was too expensive.
Yeah, and too expensive because tags went out. And I'm like, well, if you didn't print tags
Yes.
and everything was digital, you could easily change everything.
Should seemingly be
In
pretty
my
easy.
mind, I
Yeah.
mean, so I don't know why we're still printing. Any. It's like the kids' school. Like why the amount of paper and shit that they print and go through. Like it's a full-time job for somebody, and how many trees and how much money they're spending in printer ink, printer paper. Fucking too much.
You've been shooting your bow every day?
I have been for a while. I just shifted. I always kind of start at 20 and 30 and then shift to 30 and 40 and then focus on 40 and 50. But I have this, so I always run it. Yes. I don't know. Do you want me to go further into that? I always have a problem.
What's the problem? There's a kid screaming upstairs. I'm not sure if I need to go upstairs and figure it out or not.
Now I can hear the heavy foot walk away.
Pouty foot walk away.
That is my daughter, but your daughter. Every year I stop shooting. Season's over, put the bow away, and I take a break, which is necessary for me. And then I start shooting again, and every season when I start practicing, I have this same mental struggle that I have to perfect before the season starts. And I dug into it a little more, researching the what are they called?
Hinge
releases, which scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
The idea of a hinge release scares the shit out of me. And I get it. You get used to it. But I also don't want to spend all this money on these hinge releases if it's something that like is just a matter of me honing in my own skill.
A mental
It's
thing?
a mental, and I knew, I'm like, okay, so I'm just not, every once in a while I have a stray shot.
Stray? Like goes astray? Or straight?
It's a stray, it misses the
Oh, it's
target.
stray.
Like it's not
S-T-R-A-Y.
even like I can't even remotely say, and I will say it tends to be the first one of like if I'm going to shoot 10 arrows. And then I'll mentally be saying, okay, I sure would like to shoot one shot before I go out every time this year. Sometimes that's not going to work, because I feel like that first shot sometimes is where all your mechanics are off. But that's all it is. It's all the mechanics. Like there's like 10 things in my mind that I have to focus on to just get comfortable with hitting the same spot or remotely close to the same spot. I am not the kind of person that shoots right in the fucking middle every shot. I'm just not. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to post a picture and be like, oh, all 5 of these are in the...
Yeah.
And in fact, I don't know if that's...
Close enough, I guess.
I don't know if anybody really does that.
Unless
you're some
You think
Asian...
you're just poking them in there and then taking a picture?
Yeah.
I think some people do.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of that clickbait shit going on with hunting. And I think there's a lot of hunting videos where, they are piecing together a lot of different videos together to make it look like a cool video, and it's all just for clicks.
Do you think it would be cool and or viral if I put on my Speedo and pulled it up in between my butt cheeks in the form of a thong and then recorded myself shooting my bow and arrow in the yard?
Absolutely.
Like some hot babes shoot.
What I've always wanted to do is when I see that, and then you do a comparison video, so you show them both, or like have you ever seen the mom that's like just disheveled and overweight?
Yeah.
And then there's like the sexy lady that climbs into a car on her hands and flips her legs over and gets in the car and starts the car, and it's like a Jaguar and it's super sleek. And then the disheveled mom does the same exact thing in her video, and she like can't get in and runs into the car, and it's a van that's covered in food and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I want to do, is like, it's like the guy that cuts wood in his super tight pants, and
That's what I've been doing recently.
Cutting wood in super tight pants.
Really? You don't know this, but I had an entire maple tree delivered down behind the camper, and so I have to buy
delivered.
Yes. So there's a program called Chip Drop, and you can sign up for free, and someone will literally dump wood chips into your yard, so they don't have to pay to dump them somewhere else.
Right.
Or you can have an entire tree dropped off in your yard so that they don't have to pay to dump it somewhere else. So I signed up for some form of hardwood. So I listed the species that I would accept to drop off so that I could then cut and split into firewood. And those motherfuckers, like in a week, dropped off this gigantic maple tree. And I've been slowly cutting and chopping wood for the last couple of weeks.
Right. You're the Clarkston Outdoor Boys.
Yeah.
Good for your workouts.
Oh my God. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Someone's going to clip that probably.
Yeah.
So we were talking about thong shooting.
Yes. I think you should find the videos and like you show it real quick, and then it goes to you doing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know what you call those, but other than like a comparison video.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah.
That I can't, is just what people want to see.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with mukbangs.
I know what a mukbang video is, but it sounds dirty.
So like
way dirtier than it is.
So recently I've had to change my dieting. So my diet is very, very strict right now, and I've lost a lot of weight because of it.
How much?
30 pounds.
I'd say 30
pounds.
Yeah,
but quick. And a lot of that was just inflammation. But the 100% thing I cut out was glucose or sugar, and I don't eat starches or carbs. I'll eat like purple sweet potato. So anyways, I've just been eating a lot of raw veggies, salads, no sugar. And then we did a fast for 3 days.
Doing energy drinks?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
No caffeine.
Oh, okay. Because of the inflammation?
It's just not good for you. The
Oh.
more I've been researching it, yes, it's not good for your cells. So I don't know. Apparently, I need some help mentally because I'm forgetting everything we're talking about.
You're lacking sugar.
Mukbangs, which you would think is a sexual thing,
I always think
like an
sexual.
orgy, some sort of orgy.
It is
with-
a food orgy.
Yeah. So when I'm not eating and we would fast, I would find satisfaction in watching people sit in their car and order all the food I want and just cram it in their mouths and eat it as loudly and sloppily as they can. And I became like, I don't know why I love it. I'm that person that
Because you miss it.
yeah. So like, my new thing has been. Have you ever seen these? They're like shaped like a fruit, so it might be or a peanut, and it might be a big mango or a big orange or raspberry or a peanut, and it's a hard shell on the outside, and you bite into it, and it's like a ganache or like a cakey cream, or some are ice cream.
Nope.
And they fill it with like a mango gelatin pudding.
Okay.
Like they just look. I'll
You'll have to send
you
me one.
Yeah, there's
I
this
don't know
dude in
this.
France that does them, and they're just like they're beautiful, but they're just this. It's Or I've been watching Crumble Cookie because I just want to eat cake and cookies.
You know what I sent to Mom the other day?
What?
Jackson and Dakota eating Long John
Oh
Silver's.
my gosh! Which is what made me text you that. So Brett and I's not our elevator, our hotel in Illinois
Our elevator.
was directly across from an old Long John Silver's, and right next to our parking lot, they were renovating and building into a brand new the Long John Silver's LJS, which I didn't know it was shortened to a brand new Long John Silver's.
That's why they shortened it.
Yeah, and they even had like the power banks for cars.
Yeah, you can charge your Tesla.
And
LJS.
you and I were like, I didn't know Long John Silver's was that big, and we never went there. And then I started watching these people eating. It became like a thing where they're getting all this Long John Silver's.
See,
Yeah,
This is why.
LJS, and eating it in their car. And I'm like, that looks so good. The tenders, the crispy fish, and everybody's like, this is so good. And then Dakota and Jackson did one, and I can see you liked it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I texted you, and I'm like, why didn't we go to Long John Silver?
I'm just afraid that it's the tilapia from the farm with the net and the shit that the tilapia
Probably is.
eat.
But
I can't handle
is that any worse than what I ate?
Maybe not.
You and I ate a plate full of French fries over chicken
my God.
tenders.
What was that called?
It was known for that area.
Yeah. So Adam and I went to the Shields in Springfield, Illinois to buy... Oh, I wanted to make a scrape, and I didn't have my DH3 yet.
Which that place is nuts on its own.
It is. So we went to the Shields in Springfield, and then just outside the parking lot of that Shields was a restaurant, a brewery restaurant, local to that area, and there's some thing that they sell there that now we can't remember the name. It is a piece of toast with French fries, and you can put meat.
So I believe this is calling it a horseshoe sandwich. Depending on the open face creation, it had Texas toast.
Yeah.
There was Texas toast,
Yep.
a meat, and
Yep.
you had a meat selection, which I think I went with Nashville tenders. And then it was
Okay.
covered in fries
Uh-huh.
and a warm homemade cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
so
it
a
called?
horseshoe sandwich.
Huh. I would...
And it's famous in Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah, that's got to be it. And then come to find out, DJ had one when he was down there too.
We
He had
posted a picture
of
and
it.
him and Aaron, they must have been together out here,
were.
and they both got it. And I'm like, I did not know this. So you and I ate that,
Yeah,
but
you're
you're
right.
afraid to eat the fish at Long John Silver's.
I'm not
which-
afraid to. That sounds like a fucking challenge. I'm not afraid to,
Well,
but I just avoid it.
I just like that you put the malt
But then I
vinegars.
go to
a bit-
McDonald's and get their goddamn fish sandwich. It's got to be
Yeah.
the same fish.
Yeah, it's the little ones
Shit,
that they can
ain't
catch
no
with a
wild
net.
caught cod, Atlantic cod with the
No.
yellow fisherman outfit guy.
Sea bass.
Yeah. Oh, but anyway, so I sent
What
that
did Mom
to Mom
say?
because Mom and I, so on Friday last week, we had a camper rental. And so Lauren and I and Mom and Charlotte and Waylon all went to drop the camper off up in the thumb-ish area, and then went blueberry picking afterwards. And while we were driving, she said something about Long John Silver. So I'm like, I got the boy, do I have the video for you.
Oh my gosh!
But her favorite part was that in the beginning, Dakota goes, "This ain't the only Long John I'll be getting today."
Yeah, he always makes a comment like that. Extremely.
How do we
like,
get on this topic?
if you don't watch Dakota and Jackson's videos, you should, and go into it being openly gay.
No.
Just know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
From us.
Yeah.
I always post it with Jay in our Burgie conversations. I don't know if he ever says anything because he's into that. He's into funny shit.
Oh yeah.
But his is usually racist.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he sees that gay shit and he's like, gosh, Adam is so gay. Or you.
So you remember the other day there was the one where they're in the pool, and I think you said, "Why do I think this is Drake's house?" All the black ladies in the pool.
Yes, and they were fighting, and the one girl's tit was out.
Who said they wished it was full of milk? Was that you?
Me.
Or him? Oh.
Because I just imagined it being like this. Like, to me, it was so it was a black event.
It was definitely a black pool party.
And these bitches were.
The pool wasn't black.
No,
the people were black.
The people were black. It was, and that's not a racist thing. That's just a very openly like I'm just observing. Like, it wasn't a white party. It was
Definitely
all
not.
black people. There might have been a white person in there. I just didn't see him.
Great point. They could have been there. They just were not in the video. Great point.
And these bitches were brawling in the, and you know how black girls fight. And pretty much white girls too, where they go after hair because it's easy to hold on to. But the thing with black girls is the hair is not typically connected.
Yeah.
Right? As a weave or what are they called? A wig.
You got it. A weave.
But then the one black girl grabs the other one and her tit pops out of her bathing suit. And it's just these like smooth chocolate girls in and they're thicker. They're a little meatier, but that's okay.
A little meteor, like a little comet?
Yeah.
From outer space?
Brawling in a pool, swinging at each other. And I'm like, my first comment is always going to be, why am I turned on by this?
Yeah.
But you look around the pool and everybody's holding their phones. It's like this. Sure. It's like watching a dog fight to me. That's instantly what I thought. I'm like, this is what it would be like if you're watching like a chicken fight in Mexico or like that Jets quarterback doing a dog fight.
Michael Vick?
Yeah, whoever did the dog fights. And I'm looking around at all these people. I'm like, this is almost like a paid event. Mm-hmm. And I would love it if the pool was like milk. White milk, because they're black. Like, just the contrast
of their blackness?
Yeah, the white milk going down like chocolate milk, basically, is what it comes down to. But like, that's the kind of shit
now I'm horny.
Yeah, I don't know. Did he send that? Did Jake send that one?
Oh, I sent it.
You sent it, okay.
Yeah.
I never know. His is usually racist.
Mine wasn't racist.
Or Nazi-based, or...
No, stop, you're giving him a bad name.
No,
we'll edit that out.
Sorry. No,
we won't.
You're not racist.
He's not racist. None of us are racist. We're just observing funny things on the internet and sharing them with each other.
Yeah, because if it was all white people at that event and them fight, it would be talking about the same exact thing.
We're literally talking about two gay guys that eat Long John Silver's in their car, and then they probably 69 each other later.
So the one...
why are they not morbidly obese? They're eating that food.
Yeah, they work out every day.
So do I. Twice a day, as a matter of fact.
They're younger than us.
No, they are younger than us.
Get sidetracked. But so here's what I think about every time I watch a Dakota and Jackson video. First of all, I want to talk about Jackson's the male for sure. Like in this gay relationship, he is the man in this relationship.
They're both males.
They're both males. Dakota's definitely the female of the relationship.
Indeed.
And Jackson is the male. And he's all about his muscles.
He is. He's jacked.
And he's jacked. And he's got a cleft palate. Mm-hmm. And his thing is he always picks, and this must have got caught on with clicks. One time he said a word and he like rolled it out like wagyu, instead of just saying wagyu.
Yeah.
So now he always does that where one word he will like roll and stretch. Mm-hmm. And it's one of my favorite parts because it's so ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous.
But what they eat and knowing that and maybe they don't, but I'm assuming they have mad butt sex.
Oh.
And I think about what that food does to your digestive system and your butthole, and that maybe, like, how are you having butt sex?
Maybe they don't.
Like our old friend Randy, that
Uncle Randy.
he just
never,
did oral.
He said he didn't do that. Yep.
Yeah.
Handy's an oral.
So maybe it's just footsies, handies, and oral. But I assume they're having mad butt sex.
I probably can't name this Handy's an oral, can I?
So then, yes. Why not?
I don't know. They just flagged. I just had an episode flagged and removed from Spotify that was called Boner Pills.
Oh.
I don't find that to be offensive at all. There's a real thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's too bad. I assume that they're having mad butt sex, and I assume that it gets very muddy, sloppy. Like there is shit spraying on the walls.
Oh, my God.
That's what happens to my brain when I see that. You're eating that. Or you're just not romantic that night. Maybe you're just...
Yeah.
You take the night off.
Yeah, and so maybe they are actually, like, recording these in bulk. And then, you know, maybe there's a season for the videos, and then there's the off season where they're like training to stay in shape. Because I don't understand how you can go to Long John Silver's and Olive Garden and Applebee's and have drink a Diet Kirk and whatever, and the cheese curds and a thing of ranch. Like, I don't
17 things of ranch.
I don't know how you could do that and not be morbidly obese or have horrible complexion. Unless they're like batch recording these things, and then for 9 months of the year they're just eating healthy and working out, and then for 3 months of the year they're just disgusting human beings.
So a lot of what I watch, they're not eating the whole thing. It's like when Dave Portnoy does his pizza reviews.
Yeah,
he just eats one slice.
Okay, you think they're just a couple bites and throwing it away?
Yeah, I think their job is to buy all this food and lay it out. And then you take a bite out of each thing, and then the rest is just, it's part of the job.
And that's why I'm fat. I cannot imagine throwing all that food away.
Yep. There are some that eat the whole thing, but like your job is to just show a bite of each thing as sloppy as you can.
Interesting.
Like you're not eating, some people have like this much food. You know what I mean? Like you're not eating all that.
Holy smokes.
And you're taking a bite out of each of the crumble cookies, and you're not eating the rest. Like there's no way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad to me.
I mean that's the world we live in,
Perfectly good
where
food
that shit is like crumble cookies just poison.
It's so bad.
Like it's the worst thing you could get.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Well, I've thought about that with like, you know, Seven Brew, that new drinks place.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody post a picture of themselves at Seven Brew with a coffee.
Oh, really?
No. It's all like these flamingo pink and like these electric blue drinks that I'm 100% sure are pure sugar and junk.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
And so these people
the world is
and they get addicted to it.
American food and drink stuff is so disgusting when you actually start to like really, you know, think about it. Like it seems to only be getting worse.
It's designed to keep you addicted to it. It is only getting worse. It is increasingly more difficult to eat healthy routinely out of convenience. Like, I'm so busy, I have to eat. Like, when I go to Ohio, I have to literally, again, it's not difficult, but I just have to think proactively. I need to make 4 meals in a to-go container for me to take with me, or I will eat Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast, Taco Bell for lunch, and McDonald's for dinner.
Right.
I will do it because it's easy.
Yeah.
So I have to
and it's fucking good. I mean, unfortunately,
it tastes good.
It
but
triggers our
literally killing
dopamine.
everybody.
Like if you go onto Crumble Cookie's website, they put how many calories are on there, and so for instance, I went and looked. The cookie I was looking up, 740 calories. Okay, and I was
one cookie.
So that's what I thought, and then I looked closer, and on small writing, it's a half a cookie.
What?
So the one cookie had 1,500 calories.
Bro.
Yep.
That seems
one cookie.
That seems like it should be illegal.
It should be in this fucking country.
It's basically weaponized.
But that's why we're all sick.
Well, for sure.
That's what they want.
Yes.
Unfortunately. And so, you know, we're going on a camping trip this weekend, and I'm already like talking to Kel. I'm like, I'm eating a very specific way, so I can't go up there and eat like I used to. You know, I can't be. So I'm going to have to prep, like, I'm just going to have to make a bunch of salad stuff and like a big thing of chicken salad.
Same.
You know, and just, I'm not going to be we used to sit around and eat 10 bags of chips in a day and then have to go get another 10 bags. And you and I would drink that first year that we went.
Where you were jacking off the giant zucchini
That
at the
might.
table?
I don't know if that was the first year. That
might have
mom
been
was
the
there
second
for
year.
that.
Yeah.
This was the first year we were on the other side. And that deaf girl brought us our camper.
What?
Which is hard to discuss stuff with a deaf person if you don't know how to speak.
I did forget that.
But when she's trying to back in and ask us how we want her to back in, and everybody needs to learn sign language. ASL, baby.
ASL.
So you and I probably would drink. We were probably drinking 40 seltzers a day. Do you remember?
Between us?
Yes.
I was going to say, not each.
Do you remember how many seltzers we had?
Oh,
that
cases
trip?
and cases and cases of true.
And I remember listening to A Day to Remember.
Oh, yeah.
And just from morning to night, drinking cases of seltzers, Trulies,
And then having to go into
White
town
Claws,
to get more.
and then having to go into town and get more, just like we were doing with chips.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we'd go to the beach, we would take a dozen seltzers and drink them. We'd stand in the water and drink them. We'd sit on the beach and drink. And then I just remember seeing all of the empties, and that's what we wanted to do. I can't do that anymore.
That was the beginning of COVID because that's when we were doing that around my pool. And there is a photo of you and I and our thigh huggers on my deck.
Yes.
And that was the photo that made me do 75 hard for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who the fuck is that lard ass?
And it's funny because I have a video. There's a moment where we get that, and I have a video in my. There was that. I had a few years of my life that were extremely stressful, and it was self-induced, and I was killing myself. And you can see it in my body. And there's a video at the end of that era, almost to the end of that era, or it could have been. I have to look at the date. And I'm in my dining room with Porter, and I have nothing on but my pajama shorts, which is very. I spend most of my day with no clothes on but shorts. Mm-hmm. And I had a long mullet, short on top, and maybe a chin strap at the time.
Maybe.
Or
I don't
just,
remember.
it was a more manicured beard. And I am so beyond bloated and barrel chested, and I can hardly hold my arm. My arms wouldn't even go down.
Oh.
And I'm doing like a little dance and shaking around, and Porter's like, and I've got Porter's head by my belly, and mocking myself.
Yeah.
And then I walk away, and I'm like, that is the most disgusting thing. And I recently sent it to Kevin at Deer Hunter Podcast because he was posting all of his transformation videos. I'm like, this was my lowest low. And it's just, God, just looking at it, I'm like, holy shit.
It's crazy, man.
Like, how do
Fucking
you?
crazy.
I didn't even know I was at that point.
And it's because it happens incrementally, and you see yourself in the mirror every day, and you don't truly see it, the evolution, until it's too late.
Right.
Until you are somehow able to look back and go, oh, this is what I used to look like, and this is what I look like now. Holy shit, I see it.
Well,
very, very interesting.
I will have conversations with my wife about that era of my life and how it was self-induced. Like I put myself into this situation where it was the worst time of my life. I had no idea what was going on. When I think about my mentality and what I was doing and how I was living and how I was hurting people, it was totally normal. Like there was no option. There was no way of deciding whether it was right or wrong. Mm-hmm. When I look back on it all and like dissect what was going on, it was this weird. I wasn't me. Like there was no. It was just how I had to live, and there was no decision, which is such bullshit. But like I had blacked myself out to be living that life, thinking that is just.
That's all I can do.
This is just
too late now.
This is normal.
It's just how it's got to be.
So like incrementally, like as you're going through that stress, you're killing your body, and then I'm adding on all this weight. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
It was just I was just living it. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, it's like you're like the devil's smacked out of you, and you look at it and you're like, what was I? I was in a trance. It's so bizarre.
It is truly bizarre. And again, a lot of people, you forget about her?
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima? A lot of people don't realize. When they locked the doors and said everybody has to stay home, and I'm like, fuck it. come over here. We'll play in the pool all day. I'll do some work and we'll just play in the pool. Like I was still working, but I was home all the time anyway. So it's just like drink all day, drink when I'm cooking dinner and drink after dinner. And I was ballooning myself. I just happened to get interested in fixing it before
It was too late.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it had gotten too late, but I just got to that point where I was like, you know what? I'm done drinking.
Yeah.
And now, as soon as I stopped drinking and started 75 hard the first time, that's when I lost 20 pounds immediately from drinking. Drinking. That was the number one thing for me. Then your body reacclimates, and I still don't drink, but I got back up to 217 or 218 again from fucking fast food.
Right.
And eating waffles right before I go to bed.
I miss waffles.
That's the thing. It's like your body can fix itself, but then you can replace one bad habit with another. So I know what you're saying. We were all kind of blindly going through the motions at that time because it was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I just think it's easy in life.
I'm not comparing what I was doing to what you're doing. It's not what I'm saying.
Well, but I am saying that along those lines, I think and I don't know if it's just males, but I tend to lean that way.
You are a male.
But I'm just saying, people, you will have probably the opportunity in your lifetime to fall into this trance where
Yes.
everything is changing in your life and you don't realize that you don't know what's going on and it's terrible for you. And then you tend to, I feel like people tend to come out of it. And you just hope that it wasn't,
Too late.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is with human life, but like, I feel like I see it all over. There's a lot of people that don't talk about it. There's
It's
a lot
just the world. I don't know that it's life. It's just, it's life because life isn't, you see it everywhere.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just something I wish you could really kind of hone in on and help people before they get to that point.
Yeah.
Because it's a couple years of your life you'll never get back.
True.
But anyways,
What?
I miss sugar.
Yeah.
And that's why I watch mukbangs. Because I like to watch people eat all this fucking shitty food that I can't eat. And and then it makes me kind of feel good. Mm-hmm. But like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting what American people are putting in their body.
For sure. Let's move on to a different topic. I wrote something down the other day, and this is not unusual, but it was unusual for me because it doesn't happen to me often. I was at a job site in Cleveland, and with a contractor I've never worked with before. So first time project manager who I've met at their office before I hired them, and then a site superintendent who I've never met before from Indiana. Older guy. And we started talking about, I had gone to Ohio on Sunday to scout and put up cameras and look at new areas to hunt. And I was talking to them about why I was already in town and how I had gotten there early and yada, yada, yada. He starts telling me about hunting in Indiana and how he's seen a lot of good bucks and he used to shoot some good deer off of his property. And there's a lot of people that will tell you that. Like, I've seen good deer. I've shot some good deer over the years. And it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. You don't really think much of it. Then he pulls his phone out and he starts showing me pictures of his living room. And I'm like, this motherfucker has been shooting giants for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Some archery, some firearm. But this old man, who's probably in his 60s, has just wall to wall in his living room of giant bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And it struck me, how many people do you think you interact with in your life who are just the silent killers?
So I think about, I'm going to circle back to the meet and greet and, something I said there about myself. And one of the things I like about the meet and greet is I meet people that I've never met before. Because a lot of times I think about how the majority of people kill bigger deer than we typically see from the people that are online.
Mm-hmm.
So we just see what's online.
Mm-hmm.
There are way more people out there killing bigger deer that never
And routinely killing.
Yeah, and they don't talk about it, and then I was just listening to it was a podcast, or you had shared something about would you still hunt the same if you knew nobody was gonna see what you shot. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's, to me, there's almost like an honor in being that great and not having to show your dick to everybody. It's like having the biggest dick, but not showing it to everybody.
I'd have to show somebody.
I know it. I think most of us have that ingrained where you're like my buddy Dieter, who has to wear the tightest pants so you can see that his dick goes down to his knee. I mean, he's an unusual person as it is, but like...
Shout out to Dieter.
Shout out to Dieter.
One of the greatest, not Dieter of Face Off E-Bikes,
No.
Dieter of
Yeah,
Clarkston.
it's true. Yeah, let's see what he did, babe.
The guy created one of the greatest podcast logos of all time, our Hot Butter podcast logo.
Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, Numbskull Stefani came from that.
Yeah, he was doing mashups before.
Didn't he put a video of making it with that song in the background?
Yeah, he did.
So when we used to be in bands together, Dieter was always in electronic stuff. So he was always making music by himself or with my buddy Bill, and Bill would be like was our bass guitarist. And then him and Dieter would make this crazy fucking like industrial metal music. So Dieter had always been making crazy music, and then he put that logo together for you, and I swear he mashed up Gwen Stefani and
the last 12 seconds of life or last 10 seconds of life.
some crazy
like
shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And it was watching him. Wasn't it just watching him build the logo like from a computer screen view?
Yes. It was
With
like
the
he was
music
screen
playing.
recording as
Do you
he
still
made
have
it.
that?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's fantastic. It was worth whatever you paid him for.
Nothing.
Oh, really?
Eric asked him to make that, and he just made it.
Oh yeah, those guys, him and Bill and Dieter will all do that stuff for each other.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So shout out to Big Cock Dieter.
Yeah, Dieter had like a 10-inch loose
Oh my God.
limp. He has a black man's dick on a little white man's body
Why
because
is
he's
that
a little
always the
man.
case?
I don't know, and he would wear.
Is that a genetic defect? I know that it can be considered a positive to some people, but when you are little, when you are a wee man,
like I could
to
put
have
one
a
hand
heart-
around his leg.
Oh my God.
Around
That's
his
not
leg.
what I thought you were going to say.
No, his legs were tiny, and so he'd wear super, super tiny, tight pants.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, dude, look at your dick. Your dick is literally the only thing that people are looking at because it's stretching down your pant leg to your knee.
Mm-hmm. Is that a genetic defect?
Maybe. I don't have that defect.
No.
But anyways, yeah, like I think there are a lot of people to meet in this world that are such amazing hunters and don't say a word about it. They don't boast of that shit. They don't do anything, and they're there.
Well, let me just clarify something. I hear you. I'm not saying that this guy's an incredible hunter. What I'm saying is he's killed a shitload of giant deer. I think there's a difference between being a good hunter and someone who's in an area with incredible genetics and just shoots giants
Yeah, I mean,
all the time.
it's like a lot of the videos I watch, it's like these guys are just on their piece in Iowa and Illinois, and they just set it up, farm it all. That's all they do.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to kill big deer.
Yeah.
It's clicks.
Yeah, I'm not saying this guy's an incredible hunter, but what I'm saying is, man, this dude has had eyes on giant deer for a really long time.
He's in a good spot in Indiana.
Nobody would have known that.
Yeah.
Had he not taken his phone out and be like, hey, check these out.
His probably close friends do, and that's all he cares about.
Yep.
Which I really appreciate that.
There's got to be so many.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, like Jay, the dad from my
Yes.
Wayland's hockey team.
He doesn't do
shoots
social
big
media.
deer every single year.
Yep.
He doesn't do social media.
But then we glorify these people that we think are amazing, and then you find out that they've been poaching for, you know,
I'm glad you said
whatever. And then I'm looking them up, and you can't find a lot of their shit, but they were on the We Are Hunter, whoever those guys are.
Yeah.
And I'm watching these two, and I'm like, well, looking at these two, because initially what they looked like on a picture I saw was the two dudes I saw in frickin' Kansas with walking around with that gun. And I'm like, well, I should check and see if it's those two ding dongs. And then I was watching that podcast, and that was not them, I don't think.
I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it out loud because I know people judge me based on how I look. When I first saw those guys, I knew they were trouble.
It made sense.
I totally knew they were trouble. I could just tell by looking at them.
Do you think people say that about us, though?
I'm 100% sure people say that about me. Look at me. Covered in tattoos and missing a front tooth. Mm-hmm. If I put a long sleeve shirt on and put my tooth in, people may not say that.
So it's like the day you came back, we left our property. We were hunting different properties in Kansas, and we were going back. We were at a hotel for that night. And you came back later, like it was like an hour after or something, or half an hour later than I got there. And I'm like, it took you, and you were wearing a collared shirt, long sleeve collared shirt, and jeans. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I forgot about that.
He's like, well, you're like, I went and knocked on a door. So you literally changed your whole
visual appearance
to knock on a door so you weren't judged.
You're right. I found a property that had a great, massive rub that I could see from the road into the beans,
Alfalfa.
which was adjacent to the. It was on an alfalfa field adjacent to some public property, and I'm like, the deer are leaving the public and they're bedding on this property, and they lived right by the hotel. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna go fucking knock on their door. Mm-hmm. Lady opens the door and there's massive bucks on the wall right behind her, and I just said, hey, would it be all right if I maybe archery hunted this property? And she's like, oh, we just gave permission to somebody like this morning, so probably not. I was like, oh. Now, whether or not that was true, I don't know.
Right.
But, yeah, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. But, yeah, I changed my clothes just to go knock on the door so I didn't look like a ragamuffin. When was the last time you used that word?
Probably not that long ago, surprisingly. I
really?
feel like I use
Ragamuffin?
that word. I feel like I use that often.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about that word in a long time.
So what made you bring that question up about the dude? Just curious.
Do you think you are interacting with people on a regular basis who don't know that you are as serious about hunting as you are, and those people are like, dude, if you were to ask them, they'd be like, yeah, I've got like 50 booners on my wall.
And that's why I even said that about the people talking to me in the meet and greet. They have no idea that they don't, because all I have is my Taco Grilla Instagram.
Yeah.
And only every once in a while will I post, like, if you do like a show your Euro mounts, I post a 24-hour clip of just a picture of my front room or whatever. Right. So yeah, and that's what I hope to get out of the meet and greet too, is people that don't associate with you on social media that you don't even realize.
No clue.
Are right next door and just harvesting big, beautiful bucks.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to get anything out of them other than, hey, man, tell me a story about it. Like, how did you tell me about the property? Like, what are you doing? Like, how are you hunting it? Are you archery hunting? Are you gun hunting? Like, can you bait? Is it a family property? Like, how long have you had it? How big is it? Is it ag? Is it water? Is it woods? Like, tell me some stories, man. Like, I don't want to hunt it with you. I just want to hear about it.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Well, it's like where's that property in town that I sent the guy a letter? And he's like, "Oh, we hunt it. I'm gonna hunt it." Doc O'Neill's kid.
I was gonna say O'Neill's.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, well, I had no idea." He's just a local doctor whose family has a bunch of property around town, and he's an older guy. He's older than us.
Yeah.
And so he's a big hunter. He probably hunts all the time. People like Darren Jones. Darren Jones goes hunting all the time. He doesn't post everything.
No, he posts it, but he's just not on social media that much.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
it's exciting to think about how many people are out there that you've not met that have great stories. And I think about that selfishly from a podcast standpoint. Like, man, there's so many people I haven't met yet that I'm going to want to talk to.
Well, just think
at some point.
How many people do we actually know that? Let's say we know 100 people. How many tags are sold in Michigan? Was it 600,000?
600,000, something like that.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know, 590,000 other people.
600 people, let alone 600,000.
Yeah, it's beyond what I can even realize probably. Mm-hmm. And I think I kind of appreciate that. I like what we do, and I like sharing the stories.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost more interested in, like, I thought about when I shared that post of my Euro mounts.
Mm-hmm.
I like most about that I would rather share the Euro mount, but the story behind it. Because to me, what I like about that is not that showing off that you killed that deer. It's each one of when I look at that, I remember so vividly the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Each deer head that's in there. So that's to me what is the coolest thing. And other people probably don't care about that as much as they care about just looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But that to me is what I like.
Oh,
and that's what I
100%.
want to hear from, like, I want to hear the story of, like, when you guys were in Nebraska and DJ was the one that capitalized on the buck.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to what happened, tracking that and him waiting for you guys, and, you know, you're sitting in the back of the truck drinking a couple beers for an hour until people
At
got
least.
there.
It took me over an hour to get there.
And then the shit you guys were talking about because he had a little dick, you know, and, like, not DJ, but the deer.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for clarifying.
So those are the things that intrigue me that I'm most fascinated about. I love looking at antlers. I think it's great. Like, I look at your Illinois buck every time, and I just sort of plant that seed in my head. I'm like, they're there.
They are definitely there.
But it's what's that story for you?
Mm-hmm. I hope to never lose that. I know there will come a day where my brain isn't working like it used to, and I will probably look around and forget some of the stories. But for right now, I don't. I remember every
Same with
single
me.
story.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, I don't want there to be too many someday. Well, you do, but to where you don't look at a buck.
Yeah.
But I was watching, Seek One, and he was redoing his basement, moving all his deer down there, and he knows which one is which and where it's from and the story, and it helps when you do video and
That's true.
there's detail behind it. Mm-hmm. So another, I don't know. I always want to know what triggered me with that animal.
Yeah.
Because that's the best part.
That's my favorite part. And I hope to continue to do that on here for sure.
Yeah, like even the little one, like I'll never forget the little one, and I thought he was so big, and it was my first year, second buck ever, and just I still look at it and I'm going, damn. You'd never shoot that deer at this point in my life, but the story behind that and that point in my life is so great, and it would just meant the world to me in that moment.
That's what it's all about, man.
So I don't ever want to lose that.
Good.
But,
what else you got going on? I thought about a character the other day, Burp Reynolds.
Okay.
So like Burt Reynolds, like, he used to be such a heartthrob.
Yeah.
I just imagine him like just every now and then while he's in a movie doing that.
Burping. He's got a mustache, right? He's got a beautiful mustache.
He did have a beautiful mustache.
I don't know. I mean, what else do I have going on?
Yeah. What are you excited about?
I think it's just the unknown adventures. That I know I'm going to kill a deer and what it's going to be like when I do.
Good.
And when that's going to be and how it's going to unfold. I don't know. I feel like right now it's just like you said, it's summer, so I mean it's work and kids and and then all
Swamp
of a sudden
ass.
it's I'm trying to get working out again, and I have got this stuff in my backyard that I'm just kind of routinely doing to build strength and get ready. I just want to be ready.
I know. So the other day when I was in Ohio, I had climbed some hills. I had my backpack with several cameras in it and waters and batteries and shit, and it's hot and thick. And I climbed 2 hills. Nothing like the ones we saw down in Tar Hollow. Nothing like that. Half of that. And I was fucking done. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm not working out correctly.
Right.
I need to be full pants and boots, long sleeve, lightweight shirt, and my weighted backpack, and I need to be climbing the steps at the campground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I need to bring my weighted pack.
I noticed steps are stairs. Like so I've been working out in the backyard, but then like the other night I'm trying to do a workout after I eat.
Yeah.
Because that's typically when your glucose will spike. Mm-hmm. And instead of feeling like you want to take a nap, like, so Kel's like, run up and down the stairs. So I did, and I'm like holy fuck. My thighs
Yeah.
that I've been working out and feel good, and my lungs, I'm like, holy shit.
It's unbelievable how bad.
So if you can find a long, steep set of stairs and just work those, I think that's the best, like, overall workout.
Well, this weekend,
for what you want to do.
This weekend, you and I are going to be
Yeah.
running the stairs at the fucking campground.
Yep. Yeah, put on some weight and, like, because that, I mean, it's full body.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is the hike of it all. And then I'm trying to do things where, like, you're dragging a deer out, too. So, like, I have these massive propane tanks, and I'm carrying them back and forth in my yard as long as I can. Because I'd say they're probably 60 pounds each. And
Full?
they're not full.
And they're still 60 pounds?
Yeah, they're like, I would say, they're like up to my waist, probably. They're the real big ones. And that, to me, is just sort of representing hauling weight. Like, it's, I don't know. Those are the things I feel like I need to have ready to go. And then it's just, I'll start to focus on where and when I'm going to do what.
Samesies.
I mean, I like seeing bucks in the camera. How are you feeling about Ohio?
Not great right now. I mean, there were deer out there. I was blowing deer out all over the place. I put my camera, my one camera that I got out. So I found one scrape, but there was already a camera on it. That was halfway to where I wanted to go. Made it all the way where I wanted to go and didn't love it. I was kind of pissed off. But I ended up working my way down into a lower spot and found a tremendous scrape from last season. It looked like it was open. So I opened it up more and dressed the scrape up and have seen fucking nothing but 2 raccoons the other night.
I saw the raccoons.
And I left that scrape to get out. And when I got to the bottom, I blew 2 deer out from down there. So the deer are there. They're not using that scrape right now. And so I want to go back and then figure out when I blew them out where they ran. I want to go check that out and also where they were bedded. Anyway, I'm not feeling great.
Yeah.
I know there's deer there. Like
I don't know why I've never felt good about Ohio.
It's just one of those things where it's like I'm not giving myself enough time to hunt it. I'm trying to half-ass it still. I need to be more cognizant that I need to take 3 days at a time.
So how many properties are you looking at?
1.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I would say just you make that your property.
Yeah, and just get a couple. Like I need to triangulate where I'm going and what I'm seeing. I think I'm in the spot. I'm just not in the spot within the spot. Like there's deer. Again, I blew deer out while I was in there. This scrape looked active. I was wrong. It is not active. I don't know why. Or I blew them out there and they haven't come back through yet. It's only been a week.
Not long ago, within a couple weeks, there's been a massive shift in movement.
But also now, that Moultrie camera has not had a buck on it in several days.
Which one?
Moultrie.
On our beans? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's okay.
That's okay, but I think they came out of nowhere.
You know what I've noticed around here? So I go for a several mile walk every morning. Mm-hmm. All of the squirrels are knocking down the acorns out of the oak trees because they're getting them right now as they're growing and they're green. I would be willing to bet that if you have a spot with acorn producing oak trees, that the squirrels are doing the same thing there and the deer are picking up the scraps.
Yeah.
So if you can find acorns right now, I'd almost be willing to try and get a camera in there.
Yeah.
I bet you there's some spots in our woods that the bucks are eating acorns.
Well, I can think of a couple.
Down. And with these storms that are blowing through today, like I bet you there'll be some more stuff on the ground.
So do you think they'd be going with, in my mind, this is why I feel like if you're looking for bucks, you'd want to look at beans because the beans are fresh.
Yeah, there's no beans by where I'm at.
And that was a question I had
cattle
for you.
Cattle pastures and big woods.
Well, they're eating something.
They're eating something. There's lots of browse.
So that
tons of browse.
I would focus on acorns because the corn's not ready.
Yeah. There's no corn. It's just
acorns. I would like. To me, that was what I've noticed on our property was mid-October.
Yeah.
Because the beans start to dry up if they're not already gone, and then they shift to acorns. Because I think, in my mind, they prefer... This is just my opinion, so nobody listen to me.
That's all this is. We don't fucking
They
know
prefer
shit.
the beans while they have them right now, and they're
Yeah.
green and fresh and yummy tummy.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go to acorns next. I think they prefer the beans over the acorns.
I agree with that.
Maybe for effort,
Yeah, probably.
the ease of picking them.
There's lack of out in the fields where they're spraying. There's lack of insects. Mm-hmm. So there's no mosquitoes and creepy crawlies out there because they're spraying all the beans. I've heard someone say that before. They go in the woods where it's stagnant and the wind's not blowing.
They
It's
don't
fucking
spray ours,
skeeter
do they?
crazy. I don't think he sprays ours, but I think most big crop farmers are spraying for everything.
When you were down there last, did you notice across the street, is that all beans this year?
I don't remember.
It should be. It was corn last year.
I don't remember. I think so.
He only does corn beans across the street, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be sweet if he did something different, like hay
Winter
or
wheat or
something, or
hay,
winter
yeah.
wheat, whatever would be gone.
Yeah.
And then we were the only bean field.
No such luck.
What's the north field? Corn.
I don't remember.
Because it was wheat, where it was whatever last year. It was cut before
Yeah.
season.
You're right. It was. I don't remember. I thought it was corn. If I were to flip, if someone gun to my head right now, I'd have said it was corn.
Last year?
No, not right now.
I thought you told me it was corn. In my mind, north is corn, east is
I thought
beans.
north and south were corn,
Yes.
and then east and us are beans.
Correct.
If I remember correctly.
Which puts us in a really good position.
I think so.
Because I think our beans are hidden more than the ones across the street. But it's so
yes,
vast.
and we have a really nice inside corner that stays shaded that will stay green.
And there's water.
all the way into, and we have a giant pond.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's such an obvious area where you should hunt if you can in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when I talk, like, I think everybody's... So I made a shift last year where I was hunting more of our south of our property. Mm-hmm. And so now when I talk to, like, I heard you say it before. I think it was on a podcast with someone else. But then talking to Kelton the other day, and I think everybody wants to start hunting south. So I'm
What
like...
did I say?
You were talking about... And it made me... I kind of wanted to reach through the screen and, like, smack you. Because it's not anything you would ever say to me, but you're like...
I let you hunt it all last year.
Yeah, you
push it.
you didn't speak up and say you wanted to hunt.
'Cause I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Because, like, we have... So, Head Swamp is... I liked Head Swamp this year, and it was just something different for me. I hardly ever hunt that area. But something was calling me down there this year, and I know
I wanted you to shoot a deer. I didn't care.
Yeah. But... I don't know that there are moments where we talk about where you want to go. The whole first couple of years, you guys would tell me where you're going, and I would pick last.
Correct.
But now you won't do that. So there's moments where you want to hunt over there, and you're not telling me. And that's totally fine.
I also believe that there's lots of places to shoot deer out there.
They're out for sure.
And if you are on bucks, then you have at it until you shoot one. I don't care.
I truly believe we have shooter bucks north, west, and south of us.
And
every year.
It'd be wonderful to figure out what the fuck's going on with my middle scrape camera that is dead, that I put a fucking battery pack on. I'm concerned, actually, that tree blew over. Like, I don't understand why it had a solar panel on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that camera on that scrape is usually active. I have no idea what's going on right now. But anyway,
so you have...
I agree with you.
So I just would... That's something to take note of, is I think everybody's going to be focused on the south.
Yeah.
Which to me...
based on what I've been watching on that camera, the deer are bedding in the south, and they're coming out exactly where he said they are, and they're walking right next to that pine tree stand, right through the beans, and they're going right down either to the corn or to the pond.
And every beginning of every year, I say to you guys, I'd like to sit in that pine tree stand right off the get-go, and I never do.
You never do it.
And you can't sit in it now. So before you hunt, you got to fix it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It is one strapped and cockeyed.
Yeah.
It just needs a top strap. Because I fixed it. The strap broke, and I sat in it with a broken strap because it was so glued into the tree.
Yeah.
But when I fixed it, I put the bottom strap on. Oh.
The bottom strap on.
and then went back to sit there, and I'm like, the whole top is
Yeah.
wiggly, so it's not safe.
No.
That's a wonky ass climb up anyways with the sticks.
My thought would be that we go down there shortly after camping
Oh yeah.
and fix the batteries and paint the garage and fix up whatever.
Yeah, I really wanted to keep the walnuts clean this year.
That's long. That ship has sailed.
I'm afraid of even looking at it.
It's just gonna be.
Overgrown.
It's just gonna be weeds this fucking tall to your tits.
I wanted the main trail to almost be overgrown, but then all those intersecting trails through all the walnut lanes to be clean.
Yeah.
And
That
then
ship
block
has
off
sailed.
certain, and I'm
Put it
like,
on next year's to-do list.
okay, so you have Ohio, Illinois, Michigan.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Did that guy kind of make you want to do Indiana?
Yes. I mean, I specifically looked
Especially
at public
after-
land down there.
Yeah, and it was interesting because you were talking to whoever from Indiana.
Gavin and
Gavin.
Andy are both down there.
And knowing that you don't have to I thought you had to do all that check-in shit.
So did I.
And knowing that you don't, and I know that's where the magician hunts down there.
The magician?
The wizard, whatever.
Who the fuck's the wizard?
Sunrise.
Oh,
Derek.
yeah. So does Jay. Jay's
Yeah,
got a
there's-
lease down in
so I
Southern
know
Illinois.
that-
Other side, though.
And I looked at it earlier on because we were in Illinois, and I'm like, man, I'm trying to find these like.
Dombrowski goes to Indiana. Matt Lear goes to Indiana. Josh Arbogast goes to Indiana. Lots of dudes are going to Indiana.
Yeah.
Ryan Regan goes to Indiana.
I think there's some really vast public land down there.
Uncle Joe Davis. Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy
I know
birthday,
I said it to you, but
Daddy Davis.
he's 25 years old.
It's funny because he told me to put himself in my phone as Daddy Davis,
Oh, my God.
and then forgets. So like when I call him that, sometimes he looks at me like, "What the fuck you calling me Daddy for?" Like you're the one that told me to call you Daddy.
That's funny. But yeah, Indiana, man. It is not off the table, but it's not currently on the table.
Right. It's just I was really trying to keep everything on a trajectory, like a logistical trajectory
Sure.
this year, so that you can come back from Illinois through,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of Indiana and make your way back to Michigan.
I know.
I can't. That's why I can't do Ohio. But I also
doesn't make
have.
sense.
There's one spot in Ohio where I feel like we could kill a buck if we just did it right. There's one exact spot.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And I can tell you exactly why, because of what happened to me when I sat it last year, and then what happened to you when you sat it. If you put those two pieces together,
I know.
there's a buck in there.
There's multiple bucks in there.
But it's
one of the greatest cameras I've ever had on any property ever in the history of my cameras. Mm-hmm. It was the most. I've never seen so many bucks. I've never had a buck literally shed his velvet.
yeah.
Like frantically
Bleeding out.
and maniacally shedding his velvet on camera. It was fucking crazy.
Yep.
Crazy. And that was one of those days where I was annoyed because I couldn't find what I was looking for and it was too thick. I'm like, oh, there's a little trail right here. I'm going to follow this trail. And it started to go in and I walked literally almost poked me in the eyeball. One of the thickest licking branches I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, oh, this is a big scrape. And so I put a camera on it, and those fucking deer were in that thing all summer till Halloween, and then it was it.
And that leads me to believe it's not as pressured in that little area. Because I don't think you can
And
get
I
there
also
very easily.
think it's just in the beginning of the year.
And I think you have until...
Well, till Halloween, till gun pressure.
Yeah. So there's... In my mind, I'm like, depending on what my life is like, I could see myself being like, I'm going to go sit in that seat, which means I'm going to go buy an Ohio tag.
Yeah, it does.
Because I had heard they're $400 this year, but they're not.
They're pretty close.
Kelton's was the same as last year. It was $245 when I bought it
Interesting.
for him, helped him buy it.
I thought mine was over $3.
Shouldn't be. Unless, I don't know. Hopefully, we all did the right thing. I mean, I haven't done anything.
Yeah, I haven't either, but it's on the list.
But if it's over 3, I ain't doing it.
I'm fairly certain it's over 3.
But anyways,
That's all I got.
cool. Yeah, I don't have much to talk about as far as I'm just shooting my bow and honing in those things right now.
Shooting and honing, baby.
I got my tags ready. You and I don't do a bunch of food plot stuff. We're not out
No.
tilling the land and sucking the dicks,
We do need to talk about what we're doing with that property next year because the farmer's done.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like,
I'd
how do
like
we
it to
get
be
him? How do we
CRP.
get him to put it back into like native grasses?
What's gonna naturally happen if it's been beans for 2 years straight?
It'll probably just be swag
So it was-
for a little while. I don't know.
He did 5 years, so he did beans, wheat, beans.
Beans.
So it's been 3 years in a row. It's been beans.
Yeah,
So the only thing mixed in there is wheat
one time.
one time, and then before that was CRP. So what will happen to that land?
It'll just naturally grow back slowly over time. My guess is he probably has to. Well, what I asked Mary was, is there something in the contract that says what he's going to do when he's done? Like, does he have to put it back like he found it? She goes, I don't know. I'll try to figure out how to find out. I said, well, if you don't find out, I'll ask him
Yeah,
because he sometimes responds to me.
yeah.
And she made a comment. She called it Timothy grass, which is basically like a poor man's CRP, if I'm not mistaken, which is fine. I just want native grasses. I want
Right.
pollinators in there. I want native grasses. I want bedding opportunities. I don't want bullshit. I don't want a bunch of fucking thorns and autumn olives and shit. I want it selfishly. I want it to be nice and
Yeah.
inviting. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Boners of the sky.
For life.
Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Okay. Thanks everybody for listening. We will talk to you all soon.
Yes.